All right, man. It's Saturday at about 12:30 in the afternoon, and I've already finished my classes. I usually finish at about 2 o'clock, but finished early today, and I'm going out to make a video, which will follow, all things going well. But I'm experimenting with a few things. One of those things is I'm already drinking. This is a girly drink. This is vodka with cherry juice. It's my third one of these. So I wanted to tell you that, and I also wanted to tell you that you need to listen to a band called Fear, and you need to listen to their first album. It's called Fear, the Record. That is I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that is the single most important punk rock album ever made. The reason for that is the high level of musicianship, which was striking to me even in the 80s when it first came out, compared to other punk rock that I've been listening to. It's not the only band I liked. I liked a lot of other bands, and a lot of the other bands had high musicianship, but not like Fear. These guys were just nuts. These were good, high-quality musicians, and they took it seriously. And it's a record of the times, and it's politically very incorrect. They say it couldn't be recorded today. Yes, it could, but would not go down very well. It didn't go down very well at the time. They were certainly not, they'd never had any hits, but they didn't care, and it's just a really good album. But it's important. It's an important document of the time, and it shows that punk rock is a very serious style of music, and it can be. Or it can be. And here's the other thing that it made me realize. 90s punk rock, The Offspring, Green Day, Blink-182, whatever bands in that genre, that wasn't punk. I really, really hate to say this because it makes me sound very elitist, but the punk rock ethic was giving it to the man. And if they're not giving it to the man, then it's not punk rock. It just isn't. It's pop music. If it becomes popular, it's pop. And if it's pop, it's not punk. Now, again, I don't want to be elitist. I'm not saying, well, this is punk and that isn't. Because, listen to the Minutemen. They're not the fuck you. Punk doesn't have to be that. But it has to be DIY, and it has to be playing music on your own terms. And if you've got a major record deal, it's not on your own terms. The major record deals, the major record labels, they give you terms, and you have to make compromises. Punk rock bands didn't compromise. If you compromise, you're no longer punk. That's the meaning of the genre. That's what the genre is. It's just not punk rock at that point. It's like saying, I don't mean to give rules, but if you're a punk rock band and but you make compromises to a record company or to your audience or whatever, it's not punk. It's like saying, I do what I want to do as long as you approve. That's what it's like saying punk rock can compromise is like saying that. It can't compromise. Yeah, sure, you can, but it's no longer punk at that point. That's all I'm saying. I'm not setting rules for you. I am setting that rule for punk rock. And I find it very improbable that other punk thinking people, or people who appreciate punk rock, I think most of those people would agree with me. Punk rock doesn't compromise. If it compromises, it's no longer punk. That's what punk rock is. When I first started playing in a punk rock band in the 80s, when I was in high school, the guitar player one time sat down with me to chat, and he said, "Well, why aren't you a punk, Gregory?" Or Greg, or whatever the hell he called me. I don't remember. And I said, "Well, I don't know. What is punk?" And he said basically what I just told you, is do what you want to do. Don't compromise. You be the person you want to be, and blah, blah, blah. And he gave me all this happy horse shit that I'm giving you now. And I listened to him, paying attention. I said, well, okay, I am punk. Because at that point, I didn't have any friends in high school, because I didn't do what other people did. I just did whatever I wanted to do. I wore what I wanted to wear. I dressed the way I thought I looked cool. My hair was longish at the time, which at that time, this is in the 80s, the punks had the shaved head, or the mohawks, or the whatever, or the crop haircut. You remember those, where you cut your own hair? I didn't have any of that. I was just this guy. And so I said, I listened to Carl, and I said, because I guess I am punk. And he said, no, you're not. I said, well, why not? And he said, because you don't look like one. That's not punk. And now, let's go to the video. Testing the selfie stick, just seeing, I tried tightening it to see if it'll work, and it does seem to work. It's almost 2 o'clock. I've been dicking around for no reason, so I need to get properly dressed. You're not going to notice the difference, but I got to get out of my pajama bottoms and put on proper shoes, and then get going. And then you'll see where I'm going when I get there. Okay, hey folks. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm hoping you can. Sun's out. It's a bright, sunny day, but I can't see anything because it's so bright. I mean, I can see things around me, but I can't see anything on the screen, so we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, we're on my way out. Now here's the next part of the experiment. This is an edible. Now, vocabulary lesson. Edible is an adjective, meaning can be safely eaten. As in, that's a beautiful fresh apple. Totally edible. Oh, that's a rotten apple. That's not edible. You can eat it, but it'll make you sick or make you die or whatever. So, anyway. But I just use the word as a noun. Now, if you're from a certain country, state, or province, you know what that means. That makes this a bit of an adventure. Because I've never done this before. I've had an edible, and I'm going out into public, and I've never done that before. And I'm speaking a lot louder than I usually would in public because I've had edibles. Now, if you don't know what that means in the plural or in this context, just think in terms of eating something that is safe to eat. This is certainly safe to eat, but possibly not safe to go out in public with. I'm not sure. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to the metro, and I'm hoping to show you something that I haven't shown you before, but you've probably seen elsewhere. We'll see how it goes. We'll stop for now. Okay, what's it called? Commentary. No, not commentary. What am I talking about? Critique. A quick critique of the metro here. For one, the trains do not run anywhere nearly as smoothly as Chinese metro trains run. That said, credit where credit's due. The metro line does work very well here, and it's almost as old as I am. It started in 1966. So, props for that. Also, the stations are so insanely deep that they must have been built with the thought of it being used as a bomb shelter. I mean, goddamn. They're really fucking deep. The escalators are super steep, and they go on forever. Feel like you're about to get to China by the time you get to the bottom of the escalator. And on the topic of escalators, one thing that Tbilisi has managed and China hasn't yet, is that the handrail on the escalators match the speed of the stairs. So you don't have to constantly adjust your hand, and you do need to hold on because it's fucking steep. Most escalators like this, the escalators in Tbilisi, probably Moscow as well, I'm guessing, but I mean they're fucking insane. It's like more than a 45-degree angle. It's ridiculous. Okay, but now I'm in Liberty Square. This is Liberty Square. Wow. Selfie stick. This is Liberty. God damn it. This is Liberty Square. I've been in here to stand up, but this is not the destination. The destination is the Bridge of Peace. Okay, the Bridge of Peace should be walkable from here. I'm going to have to look at a map, but it should be easy to get to from here. It should be only a few hundred, less than 1,000 meters, less than a kilometer, like maybe 400 meters from here. It's supposed to be like a 14-minute walk. So let me check the map and we'll get back. You can probably hear that. It's loud as fuck here. They're doing construction. I managed to get through Liberty Square, which is a traffic circle, and I shouldn't be too far away from the bridge, so pretty soon. Oh yeah, by the way, doing this under the influence of an edible is kind of like watching a really boring movie that I can't stop watching. It's like I'm not really taking part. It's kind of funny. Kind of fun, kind of not. I don't know. We'll see how it is when I get to the bridge. But thought I'd share. Entirely by the way, this is the tourist part of town. I've been here before. I may have shown you this before. It's really pretty, like any tourist area. Very nice. I wouldn't want to live here, but it's kind of nice to see it. There's the souvenirs and really fancy, expensive restaurants. Random dog. The randomly spilt noodles restaurant. And pretty soon I'm going to have to come to a turn, so I need to stop now. I don't know if you can hear those drums or not over the sound of the traffic, but that's a rehearsal space. That top floor, it's obviously a rehearsal space, and I'm showing it to you because it reminds me. It was a really nice rehearsal space we had in Indonesia, and I don't know, that's why I showed it to you. Now I'm going to get lost if I don't pay attention, so I need to watch the map. And this is the Bridge of Peace. Just cross this border and see what happens. See what's on the other side. See if there's a McDonald's. I could go for like a 6-pack of cheeseburgers right now. This, by the way, is a tourist spot. I've been here for more than 2 years, and I haven't been here yet. I've been close, but I haven't been here. Here's the river. There's a bar. Might end up there at some point. Maybe very soon, who knows? That's Old Town. I don't know what the hell's up with the balloon. Go down there to the bar. No. Let's say relatively sober for now. Be nice to enjoy the rest of the day rather than get all fucked up. I don't think there's much to see over here though. Unless I had a lot of energy, which I do not. But there's the Bridge of Peace, finally. Let's see if we can get a vantage point to see it from afar. You've seen the pictures, but you know, now we've crossed it. So let's see what we can find. Okay, that's the bridge we just crossed. That's the Tbilisi Bridge of Peace. Now, I'm gonna go looking for a metro station and try to go home. I want to get something to eat. Maybe I'll stop someplace that has a McDonald's to really go for a 6-pack of cheeseburgers. No meal, nothing, just 6 cheeseburgers. That's all I want. 6 cheeseburgers and maybe a Coke or something. Let's see how it goes. Well, this is definitely a thing. It's fucking cool. You have seats outside. Let's see what this is. We'll sit outside and have a beer, see if we can get a chair with an umbrella. There's no metro station anywhere near me, so I called a Bolt. It says it'll be here in 2 minutes, but I look on the map, it's at least 10 minutes away. But I'll be home pretty soon, so we'll get back to it then. Well, that was certainly more exercise than I wanted under the influence of an edible. But back home, didn't encounter a McDonald's, and then I remembered, I'm in the 24th century. I can just replicate them. And then I thought 2024, 21st century. All right, so I just ordered some. So they'll be here any minute. Okay, I guess that's about it. Cheeseburgers came. Got a chocolate shake as well. The paper straw. So, that's that. I don't remember what's on the footage for today. I know we went to the Liberty Bridge or the Freedom Bridge or the Bridge of Peace or something like that. Kind of remember that. Anyway, we'll see how it comes out. And y'all got another walk around video, so there's that too. So enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Or maybe you'll see me next week. But in any case, I'll be back next week. Oh, like, subscribe, bell. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Bye.